Hey guys, big welcome to our Utah Jazz 1994-95 season replay series. We're in episode number 13 now as we are heading down the home stretch of the 94-95 NBA season with the Utah Jazz. Trying to rewrite history, we come into this episode on a nice little winning streak and are 10 games above 500 at 37-27. This is game number 65. We are north of the border in Vancouver, British Columbia to take on the Vancouver Grizzlies. We start this one off early in the first quarter. Karl Malone at the high post gives it to Brian Russell. Russell with the three, no. Rebounded by Shareef Abdur-Rahim. And Shareef Abdur-Rahim pushing it up the right side. Greg Anthony will stop. Miss the three. Rebounded by Karl Malone. He'll get it out to John Stockton. Stockton pushes it to Hornacek. Hornacek down the lane, lay it up and in. Nice pass. Good look from John Stockton on the break. We're all tied up at 18 now. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Stockton gets it down to the low block to Karl Malone. Back out to Hornacek, looking straight down the barrel. Shot no. Karl Malone with the rebound. Put it back up and in with the left hand. It's good. Jazz with a early lead. It's 24-20. As the first quarter ticks down to a close, Byron Scott on the right wing. Guarded by Jeff Hornacek. Scott will reverse over to the left wing. Get it down to Daniels, and Daniels has it stripped away by Stockton. Here comes Stockton down the left side. David Benoit. Benoit floats it with the right hand, uses the glass. And the Jazz lead. We've extended our lead out now in the third quarter to 68-49. Stockton finds Karl Malone going down the lane. He is fouled by Og. And the mailman will shoot one at the line, a three-point play. Upcoming shot no, rebounded by Shareef Abdur-Rahim. And the Grizzlies come the other way, pushing it to Greg Anthony, who goes all the way, lay it up and in. Jazz not ready off of that free throw miss. 72-53. Grizzlies trailing the Jazz. Stockton yo-yoing left side. Up to Brian Russell. Russell just inside the three-point line. Back on the wing to Stockton. He'll get it back to Russell. Greg Ostertag coming to set the screen for B. Russ. Brian Russell down the lane. Scoop it up and in with the left hand. Score it, count it. He is fouled. Brian Russell will go to the line to shoot one. Three-point play finished off. And the Jazz lead by 22. We move into the fourth quarter. Grizzlies have cut the lead to 13, 95-82. Stockton yo-yoing left side. Stockton gives it to the big dog, Antoine Carr. Antoine Carr working on Og. Carr at the high post. Still holding over to the wing to Brian Russell. Wide open look at a three. And he buries it 98-82. Now 110-88. Final 2 minutes of the game. The Jazz are going to win this one going away. Hornacek shot no good. Rebounded by Og. Outlet to Shareef Abdur-Rahim on the right side. He gets it underneath to Byron Scott. Scott lay it up. No. Rebound ripped down by the mailman. He'll outlet it to Stockton. Stockton across the timeline. Stockton to Karl Malone. Down the lane. Hammer dunk. Karl Malone throws it down with the left hand. And the Jazz run away with a victory in Vancouver, 114-92. We shoot 56%. Grizzlies shoot 45%. Again, we struggled from the three-point line, 3 of 14. If we can ever figure out where to get points from the three-point line, we will be a real threat to win the NBA Finals in this season. If we can figure it out, that is. 64 points in the paint for the Jazz, 50 for the Grizzlies. And John Stockton finished with 24 points and 14 assists, along with 4 steals. A couple of rebounds as well for the greatest assist man of all time. Shareef Abdur-Rahim, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists for the Vancouver Grizzlies. All right, up next it is game number 66. We're hosting the Seattle Sonics, who are 28-39 and looking like they're going to miss the playoffs. I don't know what's happened up in Seattle, but it has been a struggle for them. We come away with a 109-102 victory. And now we hit the road. Valley of the Sun. We take our winning streak into Phoenix. We are 39-27 to face Kevin Johnson, KJ, Charles Barkley, Michael Finley, and the Phoenix Suns. Here is Stockton now on the right side. Stockton looks at a three. Shot no. Rims out. Rebounded by Wesley Person. And Wesley Person will bring it up floor for the Suns. He's picked up there by Hornacek on the left wing. Goes around the screen from Chuck. Back to Charles Barkley. And Barkley down the lane throws the dunk down. Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound. 12-12. Jazz and Suns tied up early in the first quarter. Stockton veers to the right. Guarded there by Elliot Perry, I believe. Here is Hornacek. His shot over Wesley Person is good for 3, and the Jazz take a 3-point lead. Now we lead by 2 with 25 seconds to go in the first. Wayman Tisdale facing Antoine Carr. Tisdale gets down in the paint, loses it, throws it up, no, rebounded by Big Dog. He'll quickly outlet it to John Crotty. Crotty will bring it up court for the Jazz. Back to Big Dog, pulls up, free throw line jumper, no, rebounded by Greg Foster, and Foster will go back up off the glass with the left hand. We move to quarter number 2, just underway here from America West Arena. Kevin Johnson on the right side, guarded by David Benoit, kind of. Out to Wesley Person. Wesley Person picked up by John Crotty. Wesley Person down the lane to Tisdale, who slips the screen, and Tisdale gets the dunk. Wayman Tisdale. We're all tied up at 30. Crotty guarded by KJ. Over to the right wing to Isley. Down on the block to David Benoit. Benoit spins baseline on Tisdale. Too quick for Tisdale. And Benoit reverses it up and in. Suns lead now 46-44. 3 minutes to go in the second. Here's Michael Finley. His pass looking for Chuck is taken away by the Jazz. Here is Stockton. Stockton in traffic. Crosses over KJ to the right wing to Russell. Russell holding over to the left side to Hornacek. Hornacek back out to Stockton at the wing. Ostertag comes out to set the screen. Stockton around it, fires from the top of the arc. He hits it, 47-46. Jazz lead by 1. And now here come the Suns. Kevin Johnson stripped away by Stockton. Stock dives on the floor, has it. Gets it to Hornacek. Hornacek brings it across the timeline. Horny holding top of the key down. Ostertag throws it down with 2 hands. Greg Ostertag. Running the floor for the big fella, the 7'2" center out of Kansas. And B. Russ holds it on the left wing. Stockton goes through. Moves to the corner. Stockton back to Ostertag. Ostertag to Karl Malone. Top of the free throw line circle. It's good. Jazz lead by 9. 6 minutes to go in the third. Karl Malone with 17 points and 7 rebounds to this point in the game. And here comes Wesley Person. He'll get it back to Kevin Johnson. 3-pointer from the top of the arc is good. And now we move ahead to the end of the fourth quarter. Jazz leading by 12 with less than a minute to go. Jazz are going to get another win here. Winning streak continues for the Jazz. I think we're up to 10 now. Maybe even 11 or 12. I can't remember. Stockton now working on KJ. Hands to Karl Malone. Step back shot over Chuck is good. The mailman ices the game there. 107-92. Jazz with the win over the Suns in game number 67. 21 second chance points to 6 for the Jazz, 42 bench points to 30 in favor of our bench. 14 steals to 3. The Jazz and the Suns not taking care of the basketball in that game. Greg Foster with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. KJ, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, a near triple-double. I can't talk. A near triple-double for Kevin Johnson. 22, 7, and 8 to go along with 4 turnovers and a losing cause. Game 68, the Timberwolves at the Jazz. We're just going to look at the score of this one as we move right along, and the Jazz get the 119-87 win over the pesky Timberwolves. And now we'll close out this episode with a game at home against the New Jersey Nets, who come in at 28-42. We are 41-27. And we are here at the Delta Center to take on Kendall Gill and the New Jersey Nets. New Jersey won the first matchup in East Rutherford. And now Robert Pack with the ball. Top of the key over to Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley with a turnaround fall away. What in the world? But Williams is there to throw it down. Jason Williams, 8-4. Jazz lead early in the first quarter. Stockton left side, picked up by Robert Pack. Down on the block to Karl Malone. Jason Williams on his back. Karl Malone backing in on Williams. Whips it over his shoulder to Stockton, who lays it up and in. John Stockton from Karl Malone. Seen that a time or two in this series. 21-20, Jazz lead. 3:28 to go. This is Edwards. Underneath to Chris Morris, future Jazz guy. Rebounded by Karl Malone after he blocks it. Here's John Crotty stepping into a 3 with the left hand. It is good. Rattles home. Jazz lead 23-20. That was just a 2. They just give him 2 on that. 37 apiece here at 7:50 to go in the second quarter. John Crotty over to the left wing to Isley. Isley down on the block to Greg Foster. Foster backing in. Foster holding, back out to Isley. Isley steps back, hands it to Carr. Fall away, jump shot off the front of the rim, rebounded by Kendall Gill. And the Nets come the other way. Kendall Gill throws it up to the little guy, Robert Pack, and he climbs the stairs to dunk it home. 50-46 Nets. Here's Tate George, guarded by John Stockton. Could the Nets be the team that snaps our winning streak? Of all the teams that we've played the best of the best, and it could be the Nets that snap it here. Stockton over the right side, Hornacek. Hornacek shot good. 50-48, Jazz trailing. Now we go to the end of the third quarter. Jazz and the Nets tied at 66. Crotty around the screen from Foster. Crotty, nothing there. Hands to Isley. Isley back to the top of the key. He'll reset over to the right side to Benoit. Down on the block to the mailman. Karl Malone guarded by Xavier McDaniel. And his shot is good. X-Man gives him a little too much space. Karl Malone knocks down the jumper. We're tied up at 70 early in the fourth quarter now. Isley, right wing. Guarded there by Kerry Kittles. Isley holds. Gets it down on the block to Antoine Carr. Antoine Carr goes up over Xavier McDaniel. McDaniel may be a little bit of an undersized power forward. I think he played a lot of small forward back in the day. But he was strong. Undersized but strong. Here's Kerry Kittles. Left side, 3. Good. Nope, just a 2. We're tied at 72. New Jersey up by 2 now. 8:59 to go. Left wing, Kerry Kittles lines up another 3. This time he misses. Greg Foster holds off Sean Bradley for the rebound. Gets it out to Crotty. Crotty down the lane to Big Dog. Big Dog lay it up and in. Through traffic, Antoine Carr goes to the rim. Kerry Kittles can't stop him. And the Big Dog's on the board again. Nets leading by 4 now with 8 minutes to go. Howard Isley brings it up for the Jazz. We are at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. And this one is taken away by Kendall Gill. And Kendall Gill's going to win the race to the hoop with Antoine Carr and dunk it with 2 hands. Easy score there for the Nets. They're up by 12 with 5:38 to go now. Stockton over right wing to Brian Russell. Stockton goes through. Russell back to Stockton. Stockton looking on the left wing to Hornacek. Hornacek left to right across the lane. Shot no. Rebounded by Sean Bradley. Quickly outletted to Kendall Gill. Kerry Kittles. Kittles fall away. 20-footer good. Kerry Kittles hits the shot. It is now 97-79. The Nets are running away with this. And Kendall Gill hits the shot. Nets are going to win at 105-83. Our winning streak comes to an end against New Jersey. We only shoot 40%. And we got out-assisted 37-16. So the Jazz just not moving the ball. We got out-rebounded by 10. We didn't take care of the basketball. Nets win it. Kendall Gill with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. Karl Malone, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block for the Jazz. All right, let's look at the standings as we close this episode out. We have now played, 69 games. We only have 13 games left on the season. And we have moved into the 5 seed. So the Spurs would be the number 1 seed. If the playoffs started today, they would be playing the 8 seed Golden State Warriors. The 4 seed would be the Nuggets playing the 5 seed Jazz. That'd be a good matchup. 2 seed Rockets would be playing the 7 seed pesky Timberwolves. The 3 seed Phoenix Suns would be playing the Portland Trailblazers. A good 90s playoffs matchup there. So that is the Western Conference. Let's move to the Eastern side of things. The Atlanta Hawks have taken over the number 1 spot in the East at 50-21. They would be the 1 seed playing the 8 seed Milwaukee Bucks, who are actually tied for the 8 seed with the Pistons. The 4 seed Hornets would be playing the 5 seed New York Knicks. The 2 seed Heat would be playing the 7 seed Washington Bullets. And the 3 seed Pacers would be playing the 6 seed 76ers. The Bulls have made a push. They are 37-34, only 3.5 games out of a playoff spot right now. So with 12 games or so to go, there's a chance they could get into it. They're outside looking in. It'll be a long shot, but we'll see if the Bulls can make it. Here, it's the Utah Jazz 94-95 season replay, episode number 13 on the Moldy Cheese Historical Basketball Network.